Namaste and welcome. I am truly honored to know that these videos have been providing guidance and support on your path. In this video specifically, we will explore those rare and intense life situations where an individual or ancestor or lineage clearly enjoys the protection and loving grace of Ma Kali. Yet, simultaneously, they also experience the severe, destructive trials often associated with the karmic imprints, sometimes due to wrath of their own swabhav sanskara, which means the behavioral patterns. This experience is not a punishment, nor it is a result of worshipping Ma Kali without Lord Bhairava. Please do not get confused because this scenario, what I'm discussing here, is little complicated and also was entirely new to me. So as we proceed towards the video, you will try and understand what I'm trying to say here. Sometimes the lineage or the family enjoys the blessings of Ma Kali no matter how dishonest, how negative those people are. And this continues to be in the entire family and sometimes lifelong. These people continue to receive the blessings from God and especially Ma Kali. This experience is not a punishment, nor it is a result of worshipping Ma Kali without Lord Bhairava. Rather, it points to a deeper cosmic balance and spiritual awakenings at play within your lineage. Let me explain it in a detail now and let's unpack this whole thing. In certain family lineages, there have been ancestors who were deeply devoted to Ma Kali in the past, dedicating their entire lives to her worship with unshakable faith and love. When these ancestors reach the final moments of their lives, a natural human worry arises sometimes, even today also. The worry is with regards to the future well being of their children and the generations yet to come. So, there have been instances in the past where, out of pure love and within their own conscious level of understanding of what is right, they prayed to Ma Kali with a single request, asking them to give her intense warmth, protective presence, and divine love to remain within their bloodline forever. There are many people who ask me this question in the emails and in the comments also, that why are individuals who are doing wrong in their life, they continue to receive good things in life? Why is Ma Kali blessing them? So you'll get the answer in this. To anchor the wishes of the ancestors, they surrender all the spiritual merit, which we call as the punya, all the spiritual merit earned over their lifetime, directing it towards the protection of their descendants and their own journey beyond. To them, securing divine protection for their family, it feels like the ultimate act of love. It might have felt like ultimate act of love even in the past. However, this raises a crucial spiritual question, which is it truly safe or wise to bind a deity's presence to future generations? When a devotee surrenders completely, Ma Kali's compassion is so vast that she rarely denies their heartfelt wishes. Even long after the original devotee leaves the physical world, the ancestor leaves the physical world, Ma Kali continues to honor her promise to that soul. This creates what is known as the binding or bandhan of Ma Kali's energy. When an ancestor binds the divine energy to a bloodline, an invisible spiritual contract forces that energy to operate in a set way. The complication arises because future generations inherit this protection regardless of their character, actions, or state of mind. Even if the descendants grow up to be dishonest, narcissistic, or destructive individuals who cause harm to others, or even if they have no faith, no spiritual awareness, and they don't even know who Ma Kali is, the divine energy remains contractually bound to shelter them because of the pure devotion of the past ancestor. Ma Kali's power remains tied up to bless and shield a lineage, a complete bloodline, even when its living members carry heavy negativity or act as a burden to those around them. It is important to understand that the spiritual situation can also work in the exact opposite way. Instead of asking for blessings, ancestors may have called upon Ma Kali, but the intense divine energy ended up creating unexpected hardships or adverse effects in their lives. Because, as we all know, it is not a childish play to handle the energy of Ma Kali until unless you have proper guidance. This usually might have happened not because the divine energy was harmful, but due to human limitations such as inability to hold and process such high spiritual vibration of Ma Kali, maybe improper rituals or a lack of deep spiritual knowledge or various other unseen reasons. So, when these severe trials occurred, the ancestors, acting out of fear, grief, or frustration, ended up misinterpreting the experience and cursing or rejecting the divine presence of Ma Kali. So the situation can be in two ways. Ancestors might have rejected or cursed Ma Kali just because they were not able to handle it, and vice versa situation also where they called upon Ma Kali and they tied her energy to the entire bloodline to shield them and to bless them with everything. So it's a two-way case. Rejecting Ma Kali through ancestors, which ancestors means that in their distress, they swore that Ma Kali would never be allowed to step foot into the family again, no matter how desperately the future descendants might call upon her. This too is a form of energetic binding, bandhan, in Hindi we call, just as a loving wish creates a contract. A deep emotional vow of anger or rejection creates a spiritual barrier, a spiritual wall. This negative contract binds Ma Kali's energy away from the bloodline. As a result, even if future generations grow up to be sincere, loving devotees who genuinely seek Ma Kali's help, they may find an invisible wall blocking her grace. All because an ancestor's ancient decree remains bound to that lineage. There was a comment by someone here, deeply in dilemma, has been trying to call upon Ma Kali since long, but she is not answering. Please understand it is almost impossible for any deity to be non responsive. In this situation, you have to open your eyes to the unseen. There is definitely something in your ancestral lineage, something in your past, or maybe you yourself have created a spiritual barrier in your past life with Ma Kali. Just see the pain this person has. So, see the comment here and see how painful the situation of the person is. I just got the energy that, dear, you have a blocked crown chakra. So please work on trying to open it. So this is for the person who has written this comment. I just got the energy that the crown chakra is blocked. So try and open it. Let's proceed towards the solution for this issue. But before that, my sincere request to all of you watching this video is, please do not make this mistake of binding Ma Kali's energy after your departure from this world. You can call upon Ma for anything, but only till your life is present on earth. But please, please abstain from such mistakes. In the first situation I mentioned, where Ma Kali's energy is bound to shield dishonest, narcissistic, or negative people, a turning point eventually arrives through the divine orchestration of the Kal Chakra, the wheel of cosmic time. Lord Mahakal, Lord Bhairava steps into the picture. In Hindi, there is a saying which says, जब सर के ऊपर पानी निकल जाए, या so there is a one more saying जब कहते हैं पाप का घड़ा भर जाना. So a turning point eventually arrives at that time. Lord Mahakal Bhairava steps into the picture. When his energy enters the lives of these families, it causes complete chaos and complete destruction. These families may face sudden losses, incurable illnesses, or maybe severe skin infections, and many other painful trials one after the other. Trust me, the consequences are extremely heavy to bear, and the destructive trials that they face one after the other, it is very difficult to explain the energy, it is very difficult to explain in words. As these families begin to drain and crumble under this chaotic force of Lord Kal Bhairava, a profound energetic release starts to happen. This release happens deep within their soul DNA, their bloodline, and their emotional and mental bodies. So, as you know, there are other bodies apart from physical body, we have other bodies also. So a very deep energetic release starts to happen from their soul DNA, blood of the soul, if you are able to understand what I'm saying here. Very deep from soul DNA, from their bloodline, from and from their emotional and mental bodies, and from their chakras also. It is not just a clearing of physical body, it is the actual liberation of Ma Kali's energy from their entire lineage. I don't have enough words to explain this process of collapse, sudden collapse, and it can unfold over several years, months, bringing over utter disruption, complete disruption to their well-being, to their lives, and everything at once. Complete destruction of their life, complete destruction of their finances, health, and overall well-being. Once Lord Bhairava completes his task of shattering the improper bond, Ma Kali's energy is finally set free. So this is a long process, but sometimes it can take months, sometimes it can take a year or a two, but it won't take much time, is what I understand. But the destruction will be 100% destruction on everything, each and everything. So this is how Ma Kali's energy starts to liberate from their bloodline. From that moment on, from that moment on, divine protection is lifted. And at this point, the karma steps into these individuals' lives, and it now holds them fully accountable for their bad deeds and for their actions. In the second situation where I mentioned that Ma Kali appears non-responsive, the key here is to seek the grace of Lord Kal Bhairava. You need to open your heart and invite his divine energy into your life. He is the one who can bring Ma Kali into your life, and he is the one who can release this bandhan, release this bondage. You have to pray to him to liberate Ma Kali's presence from all past ancestral bondages and your own wrongdoings somewhere in your past lives or maybe in this life. You have to pray to Lord Kal Bhairava to, just release the bond of Ma Kali from all the unknown situations and the curses. When you willingly grant permission and surrender to this process, Lord Kal Bhairava's energy works softly and gently within your energetic system. So, nothing is going to feel intense in this case. Rather, you may feel a deep clearing of your chakras as if, a heavy, invisible weight is finally being lifted on from your shoulders. In this scenario, there is absolutely nothing to fear. Unlike the chaotic destruction seen in the first scenario, this path does not bring upheaval because your intention is pure and you have willingly sought Lord Kal Bhairava's assistance in your life. This is your solution. During this process, the stagnant energy usually releases through the crown chakra. So it helps to keep yourself grounded and receptive. Once Ma Kali's energy is set free from the ancient contract, she will respond to your prayers and bless you with her divine presence once again. I hope this video brought you deep insights and clarity. I recently went through this exact process of releasing Ma Kali's energy alongside a client, and it all happened due to grace of Lord Kal Bhairava. It was far from easy, and it was very new to me also. But with his divine blessings, I succeeded together with my client. So I wanted to share this with you. Also, I have responded to most of the comments, almost all comments which you have asked in my for my videos, except those where people are asking for the mantras. Please understand that mantras cannot be given directly through the YouTube comments and the public forum because they hold a sacred energy. And I cannot just give away like this. Thank you and see you in the next video. Namaste.